afternoon, Eric Arnold here in the Sports Barn, Tuesday, September 15th. Well, another terrible night last night, just terrible. Luckily, none of you people care about baseball because we suck at it, and I'm embarrassed, it's frustrating. We lost all three of our top-rated baseball players last night. All of them had the benefit of not being close. We split our NFL picks. Let me get to a piece of good news here before I just get all depressed over my inability to handicap. Piece of good news, after I shot the video yesterday, got it up on the internet, a court case came out, a decision by a federal judge, which is actually just really good for us here in Pennsylvania. If you'll allow me to tell a story here, a little bit about civics in this country, how the law works. We have been under lockdown conditions in some fashion here in Pennsylvania for 6 months. 6 months! We were initially told that all these lockdown and stay-at-home and orders was all to flatten the curve. We're just going to flatten the curve because it's inhuman to have these hospitals overrun with sick people. So everybody needs to just stay home. Everybody needs to close their businesses and just suffer for a while, just a while we flatten the curve to make sure you're not overrun with sick people. So of course we were not overrun with sick people at all, ever. But of course, then it was the old bait and switch where, did we say flatten the curve? We meant, find a vaccination developed by somebody other than Donald Trump. So, this order in some fashion has been going on for 6 months. There's no end in sight. And I consider myself I'm part of the group that thinks this is absolutely ridiculous, illegal, unconstitutional, etc. We've been filing lawsuits left and right trying to find some court that would say, you can't do that. You can't do that. But finally, lawsuits here in the state of Pennsylvania failed. Why? Because the governor has the Pennsylvania Supreme Court in his back pocket. They're all Democrats, so he can do whatever he wants. If he wanted to take a Republican and shoot him on the steps of the Capitol, they would say that's acceptable because the Republican doesn't count. That's not a person. It doesn't matter. So they would allow him to do that. So finally, we've gotten to a federal judge who has ruled that these goddamn lockdowns are unconstitutional. Here, let me read you the conclusion here from the federal judge in Pittsburgh. Now, of course, he's a Trump nominee. He's put on the Third Circuit by Trump, so that makes him a fascist, I guess. Let me read you this fascist opinion. The court closes this opinion as it began by recognizing that defendants, that's Tommy Wolf, the governor, he's the defendant. The defendant's action at issue here were undertaken with the good intention of addressing a public health emergency. But even in an emergency, the authority of government is not unfettered. The liberties protected by the Constitution are not fair weather freedoms, in place when times are good, but able to be cast aside in times of trouble. There's no question that this country has faced and will face emergencies of every sort, but the solution to a national crisis can never be permitted to supersede the commitment to individual liberty that stands as the foundation of the American experiment. The Constitution cannot accept the concept of a new normal, where the basic liberties of the people can be subordinated to open-ended emergency mitigation measures. Rather, the Constitution sets certain lines that may not be crossed, even in an emergency. Actions taken by the defendant cross those lines. It is the duty of the court to declare those actions unconstitutional. Thus, consistent with the reasons set forth above, the court will enter judgment in favor of the plaintiffs. You bastard, Tom Wolfe. Tommy the commie. Tommy, totalitarian Tommy. You son of a bitch. Oh, man. So what does that mean for us? Well, what it should mean is I can go down to the bar tonight and sit at the damn bar. You know, that his 25% mandate for restaurants and the bars should be tossed. You know, that's what that says. Now, of course, in reality, Tommy the commie is going to ignore that. He's just going to ignore it. He's going to appeal. Right now, he is appealing. In the interim, he's trying to get some other judge in the Third Circuit to say, well, while we think about this appeal, all his orders stay in place, you know, because it's too dangerous to just throw all those orders out in this emergency. So we've got to err on the side of the health officials and keep all those orders in place while we consider whether Judge Stickman is correct or not. Judge Stickman is the one that made this decision. So that's what Tommy the commie is hoping for. In the interim, he's just going to leave the orders in place. I mean, if my bar allows me to go sit at the bar, they risk one of these little LCB liquor control board twits coming in there and just, you know, taking their liquor license. And you say, well, but you can't take your liquor license. It's illegal. There is no law. I mean, I hate to say this, but we've entered clearly a post-constitutional law period here. All you gotta do is just watch the TV. You know, people go out in the streets, they smash up buildings, they burn them down right in front of 50 cops. They're not arrested. Nobody does anything to them. If they are arrested, the local district attorney simply turns them loose the next day for any number of reasons, one of which the local district attorney probably is in agreement with that. Hey, I think that protest was kind of cool. We need to send a message. Let's burn some buildings down. I'm not going to punish that guy for burning that building down. He's a hero. All that's post-law. There's nothing in the law about that. I mean, it really, we're in Deliverance now. We're in the movie Deliverance. We're out there in the middle of the woods on a canoe trip, and Burt Reynolds and his crew, John Voight, Ronnie Cox, and Ned Beatty are trying to decide what to do with the mountain man they killed, the rapist mountain man. And Burt Reynolds is telling Drew, he's telling Ronnie Cox, law? What law? Where's the law, Drew? Where's the law? Well, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. There is no goddamn law. Well, here's an attempt to bring the law back by Judge Stickman, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, or if Tommy the commie will just get to keep making it up any way he wants, you know, making it up on the fly. Bastard. Alright, so there's, you know, like I said, that's good news. I'm acting like it's bad news, but it just aggravates me. It really does. You know, the Constitution's a compact between all us citizens to set forth a set of laws where no man's above the law. It's supposed to apply to everybody equally. And we didn't just, there's no clause in the damn thing that says one dude, the governor of whatever state, can just do whatever he wants indefinitely. There's nothing in there that says that. We didn't just, there is no provision that you can just throw the goddamn thing out the window if you want to. The way you throw it out the window is you have to go through an amendment process, which takes basically the agreement of 2/3 to 3/4 of the people. And we haven't done any of that. So, you know, so this is just cheating on behalf of the governor. He's a cheater, he's a liar, he's a scumbag. Oh. And thank you, all the people that voted for him. All right, where are we? Let's do Tuesday. Steelers good win. Tennessee, we should have had that game. Goddamn kicker misses 3 field goals and an extra point, and Tennessee won 16-14. They should have won 26-14. They won 16-14, and we didn't cover. So, yeah, what are you going to do? That's par for the course lately. Baseball, lost. Well, the one was 1-star 1, and then the others were all 3 runaway losers. So Tuesday we'll go back with the Mets. These are all top plays, quote top plays, which means they probably suck just slightly less than a normal pick. We'll take the Mets again at home against the Phillies. We're trying to gamble here. We're going to try to, I kind of think this could be just a blowout for the Mets. You know, that Arrieta pitching for the Phillies, hopefully he'll be short, bringing in the Phillies' crummy bullpen, and then maybe some of the Mets sluggers can put some over the fence and get some crooked numbers up there. So we'll take 130. We'll try to hit a price here on the run line. Flaherty, we like him against the Brewers. We think that the Cardinals are better than the Brewers, and we think he gets it done. We're going to say he gets it done for more than a run, a 2-run win here, hopefully. And we're going to come back with the Twins, despite the fact we got beat last night. We're just going to say that the Twins are going to show up here, that they're not just going to let the White Sox have the division, that they're going to show some courage, they're going to show some fight. I guess we'll find out if that happens. All right, so there you have that. Football, what about football? That's what you want to know, right? We'll try to have the NFL game for you tomorrow. That's Wednesday. We'll try to have the NCAA games for you by no later than Friday, hopefully before then, because that's what you care about, right? And then we'll fill in with baseball as need be around that. Okay, thanks for being here. Hit the like button if you like. If you like Totalitarian Tommy, find another channel maybe. Good, thanks. We'll see you again. Good luck, good day, good baseball, good gambling.